Amidst all the revelations made in IBB's book, a historic video of the late Chief MKO Abiola's appeal to General Ibrahim Babangida in June 1993, shortly after the annulment of the June 12 presidential election, has resurfaced online. In his address, Abiola urged Babangida to reverse the annulment and horror and return the will of the Nigerian people, emphasizing the need for democracy and justice. Let's take a look.
I must appeal to Babangida. If he really truly loves Nigeria, he should set Nigeria free. If he becomes a civilian, as the army seems to be telling him to do now, it will make things a lot easier. Because it will be one civilian against the other. A man with a loaded gun, it takes a lot of courage to confront him the way God has had to make me do in the last few days, in the last few weeks. But if he did not want a transition, why order an election?
All right, reactions galore. Well, Sadiq Abacha, son of the late military head of state, Sani Abacha, has defended his father following allegations that forces led by his father, who was then Chief of Defense Staff, orchestrated the annulment of June 12. When in a post on Facebook on Saturday, Sadiq praised his father's legacy and expressed confidence that history will ultimately judge him favorably. His post reads, "The man Abacha, you have always been the man they have envied with silent deceit. History shall remember you for being a better leader. No matter how much they try to put you down. As a son, I'm most proud of you today. You indeed are the man they wish they were half of." Well, Sadiq concluded his statement with, a Hausa phrase, which means whoever utters insult at a public market knows who they are intended for. I mean, this was a trending post. Ayo, you're shaking your head. It was a trending post, and we also saw Gusu Abacha's tweet where she wrote "weakling" on X, directing at IBB. Ayo, quickly.
All right. I think it's only in a place like Nigeria that would give guts to these children to come out and speak like this. And like I said earlier, even though traditionally you don't want to speak bad about your father is the best thing despite what he's done, I would still say that common sense should prevail. And maybe it speaks to the level of education or how enlightened or perhaps a part of truth about their father that they know about. Let's not even begin to speak. They say it's not good to speak ill of the dead.
Yes.
But it's also important to speak the fact and not rewrite history.
Yes.
Maybe the history he's saying will be kind to his father. Maybe after the passage of time, we'll now see a number of Nigerians gather around and give, eulogize his dad and say, let's not remember that his father was responsible for the death of a number of key Nigerians.
Yes.
And that a lot of people do not have their parents alive because of the actions of his father. Let us not glamorize Abacha. Beyond that, they call him the gift that keeps giving. He stole from Nigeria so much that how many years after his death we are still benefiting from the loots that he stole and still finding out more.
Absolutely.
Please, the Abacha family should just keep quiet and enjoy whatever it is they're enjoying and leave Nigerians to just think of the years or try to forget the evil years of the Abacha days. That's what I'll say.
Well said, Ayo. There was a breakdown, 30 cents made over the week. I was trending over the weekend. I mean, I wish we had that to pull up. And they broke down how much money that Abacha had looted over the years. 30 cents in the Lord's work, and then still counting. We're still, and what have we done with those monies? In any way? But let me, Professor Anthony Killer, this memoir has generated reactions. But you know what? In 2019, President Muhammadu Buhari stated that he will not write a book expressing concerns that doing so might lead him to criticize certain individuals, which he wished to avoid to prevent causing harm to their families. Let's take a look.
People said I should write a book. I don't think I will ever write a book. Mainly, I don't want to hurt anybody. Hurting in the sense that there are certain people that I cannot resist abusing. But that hasn't got anything to do with their children and their grandchildren. So I don't want to hurt their children and grandchildren. So for the sake of their children and grandchildren, I have left them.
I mean, history, we need that. I don't know why Buhari is saying he won't write a book. Ogasa, we need a book from you. Go ahead.
You need a book from me?
Yes. I mean, I don't know about this story. I think
Prof,
Go ahead. What did this prof said? What?
Prof, when you say you need a book from Bros, that way.
Yes. He wants to tell me. Go ahead.
I think Buhari can be accused of many things.
Yes.
He can be imagined as many things, but not an intellectual. Not as a writer.
They are ghost writers, Professor Killer.
You need even to tell a story for they can ghost write your thing. I mean, it requires some kind of mental and deep commitment to do certain things. Of course.
And these were those that supported Buhari in 2015.
Oh, you did?
These were people that carried Buhari for 2015.
Okay, go ahead.
So they are talking for the sources.
Killed it. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, please.
So I think let's leave Buhari to do
Yes.
whatever he wants to do. If he writes a book, he does us a favor. If he doesn't write
Does
one,
us a huge
he
favor.
does a bigger one by not writing. So let's leave it to whatever he wants to do.
What did I say about Professor Killer? Always killing it. Well, I wish we had more time on this segment of the morning show. I'd love to thank you all for your great analysis, as always, on What's Trending Today. Well, that's all I have for you guys on What's Trending Today. Professor Killer killed it. I'll see you all tomorrow.